Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Build a Brand with Kristen right here at His 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Make sure y'all go and follow on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to download the app in your Google or Apple Play Store. Y'all are live with Kristen Build a Brand, where we are building a brand like Subway sandwiches. I'm still trying to make it stick. Y'all, I have some great news. First off, I just want to take a second to say thank you to my his family, everybody with his 92.3 that made my birthday really special for me yesterday. I was so ecstatic, like so overjoyed, so happy. It meant a lot, and I want to thank my in-home family for making it even better. And I want to thank everybody on Facebook and Instagram that showed me a lot of love for my birthday. Thank you guys. I appreciate it a lot, and I definitely went to bed a happy camper for my birthday. I would say it was like one of the best by far. With that being said, don't forget to go and follow Cascade Pop Up Shop on Facebook and Instagram. Um, we are already at 75% tickets sold, meaning we are out of 45 vendors right now. We're only 10 down from being completely sold out of tickets at one of the largest pop up shops in Atlanta. So make sure y'all go on Eventbrite, get your ticket at Cascade Pop Up Shop. It's 65 for adults, 35 for kids. And I want to say thank you. The hits is going to be out there as well. So it's going to be a family affair with a live DJ. We got food trucks. We got adult vendors. And, we got kid vendors. So I do want to say as well, shout out to the moms that have their kids signed up so that they can come and network and, watch the big people and learn how to be young entrepreneurs. So I think that is really, really great. We are waiting on, I guess, today, Chelle with paparazzi jewelry. But we just gonna hang in there for a little while. I also wanted to say, I want to talk about the B team investigates for a little while. So that's like the newest segment that's on my show, and that is just vendors. It's like news. It's the vendors reporting any pop up shop scams or any scams at all that they've been involved in when giving out their money through Cash App to other people. So I want to say thank you to everyone that's been sharing that flyer, as well as been sitting in a story, as it has been um, very popular. So I just wanted to go over again what exactly that was, because a lot of people was asking me a lot of questions about it. So I'm going through my photos so I could get more information. I don't know why I thought I had it saved. Um, I guess I didn't. But pretty much what the B team investigates is, it's like, are you a vendor that was scammed out of your money? Social media is definitely a great place for you to find vendor events. But what happens when you sign up for a scam and didn't know it? With groups, your story can only go so far. But we build the brand at His 92.3. We care. So please continue to email me, call me with your stories. You must have proof that a scam was made, such as the screenshots of messages between you and that person, or pictures of there not being the event. You have to have proof, because what we don't want to do is tell lies on other people because we're mad at them, or because we didn't like that the event didn't have traffic. Because this is the thing with the B team, we definitely will investigate, and we are a team. So we definitely will be investigating a story, and if it's not true, it will not be aired. So with that, we actually do have a hot story today, and the person submitting it can be anonymous as well. So you do have that option, and I can't wait to get some spicy tea on these stories. I am happy to also announce that I will be on a show tomorrow. It's virtual, called We Got Issues. It airs Monday through Friday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And I'm super excited to go over there and talk about his 92.3 Atlanta. I'm super excited to talk about my brand as well with the pop-up shop, which is number one in Atlanta and still growing. We have over 8,000 hits from this year alone on Eventbrite. So people are tapping in and wanting to get more information. So if you are a vendor, make sure you come out. If you have a story to tell, you can always give me a call at 678-531-9752 if you want the B team to investigate. So I do want to talk about my birthday a little bit yesterday. I did thank everybody for doing it. But my kids wrote me a letter when I got home, and I should have brought it, but it was like this big old poster board. And they 13 and 14, and they had turkey hands on the bottom because they know how important they turkey hands have always been to me. So I don't, I just feel like they grow, but their little turkey hands don't. So, I'm just one of them parents that's really big on the little cute turkey hands. And, they were just talking about how, proud they are of me and everything I'm doing. And they definitely see my mission and my goal. And they receive the message as young women to want to be entrepreneurs and pave the way for themselves. So that really brought tears to my eyes to know that everything I'm doing, even though it hasn't made me rich yet, that is making a difference and an impact on my kids' life. So I just wanted to say shout out to them while they're at school. Also, we're gonna go ahead and take a small break so that our guest of the day, Miss Shell Lamb, can get settled in and we can start her off with our live interview. Before we start talking about popping topic of the day, which is service. Is it the same when you dressed up versus dressed down? And what about when you're eating alone? Is it 5 stars? See y'all soon. Up, hey, look, once upon a on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to follow us. And if you can't watch live, you can always listen in into the app at His 92.3 in your Google or Apple Play Store. So it's a whole movement over here, and I am loving it. Don't forget to check out Cascade Pop Up Shop. Please get your ticket if you haven't. We have like people coming from New York, people coming from Jersey. Like it's gonna be a whole vibe this Saturday. We gonna turn out. I am happy to announce my guest of the day. We have Miss Chelle Lamb with Paparazzi Jewelry. How are you doing today? Yeah. You're welcome anytime. So, I just wanted to see if you can go ahead for our listeners, our audience, let us know who you are and about your brand. Okay. Now you said that you just got your red jacket with Mary Kay. Can you explain exactly what that is? Okay. And it's so how do you sign up to do paparazzi? Mary Kay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. And what exactly? So how do you get started in that? Yeah. Okay. No, you're giving out all the information that needs to be given for someone that's interested in starting a Mary Kay line. Now, I do want to ask you, like, how long have you been doing this? Okay, congratulations. Okay, nice. And that's what like made you want to like become an entrepreneur or a business owner. Okay, and like, what inspiration do you have for those that want to get in Mary Kay or want to start a business like that? Okay. Mhm. I believe that. That's very true. And anything that you put your faith or your belief in or your trust in, it definitely will work out. No matter how hard the obstacle or the circumstances are, it always works out that way. Now, you do have a website, correct? What's your website? Okay, that's very simple. That's not anything hard. So that's very easy for people to go and look up. What is like some of the things on there we could find? Like, what's your best seller? Oh, mhm. Don't make me blush. Yes. Okay. Okay, I like that. And so, like this hand cream, is like made with all natural products. It's not anything. Okay. And this hand cream smells really, really great. I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm really not like familiar with the Mary Kay cosmetics, but we had someone on here before that did have them, and I was like, was it the 12 gifts or something? And then I love them. So now I think with smelling this alone, that I am now officially a fan. Because this smells really great, and then when I put it on my hands, it was really soft and smooth. I could tell it's like made with natural products, and it just Smells really great. And, so I wanted to ask you, like, what are like some of the events? Do you host like events for these? Yay! Yay! Right. Absolutely, because you want to do networking parties, you want to do networking events to where people can come and see what you have. I did one. My first pop-up shop was actually just for my eyelash business, so people can get to know me and my brain, and I think that's really great. So when you host like the Mary Kay parties, I think that's really great to do because people not only get to know the products, but they get to know you as well. Mhm. Yes. Hmm. Very true. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Now, is there anything like about your brand that we didn't go over, or you want to add so that the listeners can know learn more? Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Mm. Yeah. And I love your personality and just very professional. And I could tell that's how you do business. So you have a lot of clientele. Woo. Yeah, exactly. You sure will. When you have it sounds like that the Mary Kay line, the business, does more than just sell cosmetics. So it's like also giving back to the business. So when you buying products, you also helping out those in need, correct? Hmm. Okay. Nice. Okay. So not just the cosmetics that's all natural products. It's also the eyeshadow, the makeup. People could wear this, and it's is it when it comes to the cosmetics, is Mary Kay like one of those lines where people put it on and it's like heavy? Because I wore makeup from different brands and it feels heavy on my eyes. Like, can you describe what the cosmetics like? Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So this brand is good for like all women. Okay, now if someone wants to get in contact with you, like how do they go about doing that for parties or events or to buy from you? Yes, we also have the website that is trending right now, and that is again maryk.com backslash clam. That's CLAMB. For everyone that's listening or anyone that's tuned in live today, make sure y'all go and support and get those products. If not, you can always come and see her at Cascade Taco Shop on the 26th, correct? 26. Okay, I got it in my head. Now, is there like anything you want to add before we move on into our next segment? Thank you. I'm always looking to help the business community, no matter how small or big. I see, us all as equals. And if y'all have a way to help someone spread their brand awareness, I would, because, okay. No, I love it. So those are like some of the benefits you get for signing up as a consultant. Now, one I know is that pink Cadillac. Is that correct? Hmm. Wow. And is there an age limit to signing up for Mary Kay? Okay. Well, I want a pink Cadillac. Oh, the most I have is a Nissan with a pink bumper sticker. So I love it. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I want to thank you, Chelle, for taking time today to come in and talk about your brand with Mary Kay. I feel like I've learned even more than I've known before. And I definitely see your business prospering and just doing amazing things because you have a really great personality. So when you have a person like that behind the business, it means so much more. to your brand itself. So I want to thank you. Now you are hanging around with us because we do have some other segments going on today. So we are gonna go to topic of the day. Every day we have popping topics. Sometimes it has one topic, sometimes it has more, depending on what the people have, what kind of questions the people have to ask. So the topic we have today is service the same when you dress up versus dress down? And what about eating alone? Is it still five-star service? That's a good question. So let me just address that. Yesterday, when I was on air, I kind of was talking about this a little bit. Um, I do not think service is the same when you dressed up, like makeup wise, clothes on, versus when you dress down. It's been times where I've been to a restaurant and I just wanted to, get out the house, get away, and I went and got something to eat, and they looking. Let me know what. Let me give you a prime example because I like to just keep it real. Um, I went to Houston's yesterday, and I know it's like a five-star classy restaurant. They got the dim candle lights, whatever going on in the daytime. And and I was left from my doctor's appointment. But I was extremely hungry because they didn't have anything in the area that I like. So I was like, oh, I saw Houston's from the highway, so I stopped there. And I had on my big birthday chain or whatever. I had a lot of big things going on yesterday. But when I walked in, all the hostess, they were just staring like, can we help you? Are you lost? Are you waiting for somebody? This is what I got back. So I stepped outside for a second and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a second. I'm really hungry. I got to feed this baby. I don't want to get back on the interstate. I'm going to chill. I got back. I went back in and I was like, how long is that table for one? When I got in there, I guess she must have thought maybe I was like this ratchet female type of, way, and not knowing who I am in person. Very intelligent, very smart, highly educated. But I guess this is what she saw from her own eyes. So I asked for a salad, a Caesar salad. And she was like, well, just so you know, we don't serve Caesar dressings with our salad. Like, what is that supposed to mean? And I was like, okay. And then, so then I was like, well, let me get the steak. Can I get the steak well done? She was like, here at these type of establishments, we do not serve steaks well done. The inner me, the real inner me, was like, cut up, act a donkey. So, go off because now you're playing with my intelligence. Now you're insulting me. And it's highly disrespectful. So you don't know who I am. You don't know who I know. You don't know my platform. You don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who people are when you meet them. So I felt like that type of service, had I been with my husband or had I been with someone else, I felt like it wouldn't have even went that route. And I still tipped her what I was supposed to, even though I shouldn't have tipped her nothing for her ignorance, but I still tipped her what I was supposed to in cash to let her know that you don't treat everybody the same, whether what they look like. Because it was two other ladies sitting across from me, and they couldn't have been no much older than I am. And she had their waters was refilled. They had the extra bread on their table. I mean, that was a huge difference. So do I think service is different when you're sitting alone versus sitting with someone? I do. And I'm gonna give you another example. I went to a barbecue spot. That's after leaving the station. And I walked in and I had my makeup on. I probably took my lashes off in the car, so they was just snatched in. I clipped my hair up and stuff, but still, I walked in and I sat down up in this lady's and everyone that was in around me, they all had 2 or 3 people, and she just kept walking past my booth, nonstop, walking past the booth, never stopped to give me. I sat there for 15 minutes. She never stopped to ask me for water, nothing, you know. And then mind you, I'm pregnant, so I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to get up and have to go somewhere else. But she just kept walking past me, nonstop. And even like the men who were sitting across, they were taking notice. So another waiter from the other side of the restaurant came over, and he was like, "Get your stuff, come over to my table." I got my food within 10 minutes. All my drinks was refilled. He apologized, and I tipped him. Actually, I think my total was like only $26. I tipped him $35 because of the service. So, but in my eyesight, I see it as service is definitely different. Because when I'm with my husband, it's like the ladies, they, drinks refill. Because they know the man's going to pay. They know the man's going to tip. In their head, they like the man going to get the bill. The man's going to tip. So I'm going to give, that good of a service. I'm going to be extra friendly, extra smiley. I'm going to tell jokes that's not funny, you know, for that extra $5. So I do think that when it's somebody sitting by themselves versus when they're with someone, that it's a huge difference. I mean, what do you think? Okay. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Wow. Right. I feel like, well, first off, it's tax season. Okay, everybody got money. So so we need to treat everybody with like they all millionaires. happiness because at the end of the day, you I don't, mhm, right. Okay. Wow. Exactly. I agree. And guys, if you out there listening, if you have any questions about popping topic of the day, popping topic of the day, or any questions for our guest Shell Lamb with Mary Kay Cosmetics, you can always give us a call at 442-544-4347. Now this was the part two of the question. Yes, I fixed the mic. It had kind of came out. Is service the same when you dressed up? What about when you dressed down and eating alone? So we kind of touched on the eating alone, but what about when you go somewhere, even out in public, and you're still not getting the same service? So we're gonna take a small break to give you guys some time to think about that. And you are listening live and tuned in at His 92.3 ATL Build the Brain with Kristen.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say it
All right, guys, welcome back to Hits 92.3 ATL. We are on with Build a Brand with Kristen every Wednesday and Thursdays from 10 to 12. You can catch me live on air. Don't forget to download Hits 92.3 on any of the Google or Apple Play stores, as well on Facebook and Instagram. I'm sitting here with the lovely Chelle. I'm having great conversation with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Don't forget to check out her website at marykay.com/clam and show some support to this amazing business owner. If anybody have any questions about topic of the day, please give us a call. We are always looking to connect with everyone and just get feedback on what you think. You can always call us at 44254 4347. So I was we was on break. We kind of was talking about the service. I'm still keeping the conversation going. I went to Papa Do's. Papa's one of my favorite restaurants. Because I'm from New Orleans, so I love their seafood. Okay, I love the I think it's called the seafood platter. And I went one day after I left. This is when I first found out I was pregnant. And I came from doctor's office and I had stopped there because I just got the interstate exit. And I went in and I just had like on a little beanie hat. My little fur jacket, some snow boots. We go to the doctor. Do anybody really get dressed up? They do. Uh, nah, I just it depends on what time my appointment is first of all, because if my appointment is before 12 o'clock, you're gonna get the pajamas. And then my doctor's office all the way in Atlantic Station. So it's like, yeah. But I stopped there and the guy he was like I could tell that between him and another waiter, they were kind of taking turns trying to pick who wanted to take you. You can see like how you have the menu on over your face like you got the menu, but you still can see over the menu. You know what I'm saying? Like a book is open, but we still can see. So it was like that. It was like I had the menu up. I'm looking at it, but I still can see them. And to them, they probably think, "Oh, I'm just looking at the book." But I mean the menu. But they were kind of like, "No, you take her, you take her. I don't want to take her. She looks like she don't sit well." And I hear them. I hear them. They're so loud. That's a good question. What if somebody who look like they? So so this is the thing. When I used to sell car, well, let me go back to my story of the paparazzi because I mean not paparazzi. Why is that in my head? Somebody sent me a paparazzi logo for the pop up shop, and I think that's why it's stuck in my head because I'm like I'm trying to keep myself to remember to add that to the flyer. Okay, so like I was saying, I was sitting there, and the people is like I can hear them making conversation because they put me all the way to the end by the bathroom, right towards the end, which is fine. But I can hear them, saying the things. So the another lady came over and the one who was talking with the guy. And so I was still nice to her. I didn't say anything because she was the one who said I look like I don't tip. So I was like, okay. And she's like putting my stuff on the table, but it's like kind of throwing it. It's not like that service. It's like here. This what you order here. Why are you in my section? And I came back, so I was still cool about it. I don't really make big scenes in public unless I have to, but I was really cool about it. And then I came back probably like 4 days later. Same person, different hairstyle, makeup done because I had that. this point, I had just left the station, but I had to stop by my doctor's office to pick up, my confirmation pregnancy and stuff like that. And this same girl did not recognize me. She didn't know it was me. She was like, "Oh," she was like, "Your purse is really pretty. Like, where'd you get that from?" She was like, "I love them lashes." Like, it was so different, and it was like I want to say you don't remember me, but I sat in the section with the beanie hat 4 days ago, but I didn't say anything. The service was different, and that's normally how it is when you go to restaurants. Servers, they pick and choose who they want to um to help and who they don't, depending on how you're dressed. And I think that's just it's wrong, but when I sold cars for 10 years, it's the same way in dealerships. If people don't realize, and I'm just gonna put it out there, the same way that they pick and choose in restaurants is how they do in dealerships. When people would come in, I remember there being an army guy, and it was like this other guy. They both were black, but they both were dressed down. But one of them were military. So we'll just say the guy in the white shirt and the guy in the blue shirt. So we'll just say guy one is wearing the white shirt and guy two is wearing the black shirt. And both of these guys came in, they were looking for a Hyundai Sonata. Now I knew which one was military because how he dressed. I mean not how he dressed. He called. I worked in a department where we made those appointments for you to come in and test drive. So he had already told me what he was gonna be wearing. The guy, they come in, they instantly drew to the guy who had on a military badge. He had on a neck thingy. What do you call those? Dog tag. He didn't have on military clothes. He had a dog tag on. The other guy was dressed down regular. So all the sales guys was flocking to the guy who had the dog tag on. They were flocking to the wrong person. The other guy was dressed down. He was the military guy. Yeah. No, I never saw that. I never saw it. Hmm. Yeah. Yes. Hmm. Yeah. Oh my God. Hmm. It was, and the reason he had the dog tag on, that guy had the dog tag on, was only because his brother had died in service, and he always wore his tag. So they completely didn't offer the other guy no water. I had to go down and make him comfortable, and I got him with a sales guy who actually closed that deal. They couldn't close the guy with the dog tag, but it just goes to show that, like you said, how society look at you, whether you dress up or dress down, the difference. They saw when they saw that dog tag, they saw a commander, they saw a specialist, they saw somebody who probably got a whole bunch of money from fighting in the military or whatever the case may be. They saw dollar signs. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the positive outlook on it, but when it comes to selling cars, it's about the money. True. Yeah. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. It's just like that with New Orleans. Some people got positive and some people got negative. Yeah. Mhm. You do. And then some days you just don't want to. You just not like yesterday. I was completely makeup out, you know. But today is like, yeah, yeah. I don't check the mailbox with makeup on, okay? But y'all, let me know if you how do you feel? Have you ever went somewhere and felt like service was not the same because you were dressed or you looked a certain type of way? Or what about when you went to a restaurant eating alone? Did that server give the best service because you was by yourself versus with the party? Give us a call at 404-254-4347. Now we're gonna come off a popping topic for just a few minutes because we gotta go to our new segment that I have added to my show. The B team investigates. We are investigating. Yes, I'm gonna make a theme song for the B team investigates, like for real. Okay, so my friends came up with this idea. I with me, I just recently had quit my job, so um, I wasn't able to really get in the groups, the pop up shop groups like that, and some of them are. So they was like, you need to add this to your show. It'll add like just a little bit more spice. Um, because not only like do I interview small business owners, but I also, we talk about the scammers in the pop up shop, but now we have a segment completely dedicated to investigating pop up shop scams. We are the first to do it. I put it out there. Build the brand and his 92.3 was the first to come up with uh the B team investigates pop up shop scams like Action TV. Thank you. Yes, yes. So I was like, okay, so after doing some digging and talking to a few people in their inbox, it's highly needed. Like you said, it's so many scams going on in this world, in the pop-up shop world, that people are now closing up their business. I talked to a young lady last night who told me that she's closing her business because she done been to pop-up shops where the host didn't show up. Vendors were buying from each other. They don't send cash apps for a payment, and then the person's page was deactivated. And he's like, I'm sitting there listening, like I done made dinner, I'm washing dishes, and like I'm listening to people call back to back once I put the flyer out. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like this is really going to get big. So for y'all that do not know exactly what the B team investigates, because we actually were supposed to start next week, because I have to gather proof that a scam was, occurred. Because what we're not going to do is backlash people or make up fake stories for entertainment. So, it's been times where people didn't have a good, somebody didn't have a good time at my pop-up shop and they claimed I had scammed them, but there was no proof of it. So I'm like in the comments, show me, show me. I don't play about my business. Show me where, because I video records my whole pop-up shop. There's no, you can't tell me you wasn't there, and you can't tell me I wasn't there. Somebody actually did that. Just to deter for a little bit. This was right before we was closing for the summer, last year, and I don't think they realized that I video record. Well, everybody video records themselves, but I have a video recorder for my pop-up shop. And she was like, I wasn't there. I want my money back. I want my refund. I didn't show up. I wasn't there. I don't remember. I didn't get no ticket. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not refunding you your money because I know you was there, but I'm not about to argue with you about you being there. So she was like, she calls me being bright because that's how I take my payment, and requested a refund. So Eventbrite was like, okay, well, hold on for a minute. Kristen, did this person come to your pop-up shop? Do you got proof that they was there? Oh, yeah. What's your email address? So I sent them a video clip of them at their station. So the money was denied. So then what happens next is you go to Facebook and tell people you didn't have a good time. And then, and I would say this, I love my supporters. I love my supporters and my return vendors and people because they were on it. They were like, I've been there and I've seen Kristen ain't never, like, people would jump to your defense when they ride for you. So I didn't have to say anything. So what we're not going to do is put out stories on people that's not true. So the B team investigates. We need to see proof that a scam occurred. I need to see pictures, screenshots, emails, DMs, whatever, before I air out your story. So are you a vendor that was scammed out of your money? Social media is such a great place to go find vendor events. But what happens when you sign up for a scam and didn't know it? With groups, your story can only go so far because sometimes the admins, they'll delete it to keep their group, going. But here on Build a Brand with Kristen at his 92.3, I do not care. Send me your information. Send me proof of a scam with documentation. And if my team investigates and find out your story is legit, we will air it. So with that being said, we have our first story of the day. It a fail. Look, the camera done got spooked. Okay. Okay, set it up. The camera got spooked. Okay, well, we got 1 minute till break time. When we come back, we're going to go ahead with our story from a young lady who wants to remain unknown and anonymous, which you can be, on air. And I'm going to go ahead and go over her story with the proof that she provided to let vendors know to be aware of this particular hoax. You're going to hear it first at the B Team Investigates at his 92.3 ATL. was just saying that she said I found this girl in the pop up shop group when I was still living in Milwaukee. She posted flyers in the group saying she had an event in Roswell at a park. I asked her, can I pay day of event? She said no. But to be safe, I can put a $25 deposit down and day of closer my gut told me don't do the event. LOL, I never prepped for the event. The weather looked as if it was gonna rain, but it never did. So I drove past the park where she said the event was going to be at the time of the event. It was totally empty. There was nobody there. I inboxed her, is the event still going on? She said it was that they canceled it. Not her, but the park canceled the event. I asked for a refund. She said she'll send it over. Hours gone past and refund was never sent. She stopped inboxing me. Next day, I wrote, she responded, you good. I'm not getting nothing back. She didn't block me, so I sent $25 request with a note. I know your next move. She didn't know I looked her up from my personal page, hoping she had an event or asked for a deposit because I'll offer it to bring in cash for other people's deposits. Um, Pretending I had a lot of vendors wanting to vend. She canceled the request and she sent me a $1 note that says F you, I left it alone. So pretty much what this unknown person is saying is that someone sent her she wanted to do an event with someone at a park and the person canceled the event stating that it was a park canceled it, but they also had events on that same day at several other places. Like use the yeah, event here, all in one day. And she found out about it and she asked for her money back and that person sent her a cash out for $1 and told her F you. Wow. So she sent in her proof of that. So if anyone, please be careful of the things that you do. I've shared on my live a picture of this scammer, so that if you see any event with this person's picture, not to do it. It is posted on my Facebook page. I think in response to that, doing the investigation, she definitely changed the page many times. So I like to do a thing where people can defend themselves, like, hey, this is, what I'm being told. I don't say by who, I say several different people. Can you explain why you have 7 events in one day? So, page you blocked, and then here it goes. Now my friends, we call them the B team. They want to be unknown. They also try to reach out, and it's like different page after different page after different page. Um, so that leads me to believe that this person definitely took advantage of the pop up shop world by creating the event, several events in one day, to steal people money. And she probably got away with thousands of dollars. I mean, imagine 30 to 45 vendors signed up for different events and don't even realize it's the same owner. Like, what do you think? Mhm. I mean, yeah, I would say definitely look them up. Is definitely one. But this is also the thing because I do know a lot of people do a lot of many different things. You know, I have my radio show I do here, and then I have my Cascade, and I all have that on my Kristen Build the Brand page. So it's in rotation. If I'm not promoting what I'm doing here Wednesday and Thursdays, as well as my other his family, I'm promoting Cascade Pop Up Shop in rotation. So it's always going to that person's page and seeing how many times did they post an event, how many times did they share it. Check. Some people they're not set up like that. Like I have my Facebook, I have Cascade Pop Up Shop, which is completely dedicated only to my pop up shop. Where they have reviews, you know, it's the whole business page for the pop up shop. Everyone's not set up like that. So you're not going to always see reviews, especially if it's someone that's new at doing it, you know. But I say check their page because if this is something that's legit, they're going to have it posted more than one time. Not just that, but check the address and Google it. That's what Google is all for. You know, check it. Check the Google. Check how many times it's being posted. But like she said, she felt in her gut something was wrong because in the pop up shop world, there's over 30, 60 different groups all dedicated to posting pop up shops. You can't be in the ball, so you're gonna miss events people post. You might miss me in Papa Shop of Georgia, but you may see my post in Papa Shop of Atlanta. I'm an admin for networking in Atlanta, but you may not know. You might not see my post over here. So it's very easy to miss when there's a scam going on. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Asking past vendors is always a good idea. And a flyer, do that. I think I don't see nothing wrong with it. Sometimes it's okay on certain situations when someone is brand new. I always been against calling the venue. Because like for instance, we're in a hair store, so if you always calling about Cascade, or you're not calling, you're not calling about their business. But when you at a venue and the event is brand new and this person's never hosted an event before, then I say yeah because you want to know, hey, is there really an event going on right here? But this young lady is saying that it was inside of a park. You do. I've never seen a pop up shop in the park. Yeah. 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 I saw you're absolutely right. And I actually saw a pop up shop. And I had said this before, but it was just really bewildering to me that everybody, you want to jump and you see an event going on and you jump on it. And you're like, I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested. And the address is posted. And you're like, I'm interested. How I pay, how I sign up. You're like, you're just throwing the money. And I'm looking at the address because it says Smyrna, Georgia. And I'm like, I live in Marietta, but my grandfather lives in Smyrna. And I'm like, why that address looks familiar? It's a golf course. It's a golf course. A pop-up shop on a golf course. So it's like if I could take 2 seconds to analyze this address, y'all can too. Just try it before staying interested. Just take that address, put it in Google. That little image at the box is gonna show you that's what it is. Yes. Mhm. Always be smart in business. You're absolutely right. So that's all the B team investigates got for today. We got some more we have some more invest stories right now that's being investigated. We could have had more today, but like I said, I like to investigate to make sure that these stories are legit. But that story definitely was. I mean, you can always be anonymous. So I just want to, take the time out really quickly to just say, again, thank you, Chelle, for coming in today and talking about your Mary Kay business. Shelley. Oh, okay. Because after the answers, I have a brand ambassador for my lashes named Shell, and it's spelled the same way. Okay. Yes, please, because it's like my name is Kristen, and you would be surprised at how many people would say Christine, and you like, okay, I just go. Oh, yeah, like the singer. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all make sure that you do not forget that we will actually first of all I want to announce y'all we have a new location, so I'm super excited for everyone to be going to. It is so beautiful, and I'm actually gonna be going out there myself to do my interviews there. Don't forget we also can do interviews virtually. But I wanted to go back to say to please check me out tomorrow on We Got Issues Show. Monday through Friday from 6 p.m. to 7. I will be on there tomorrow talking about my experience here at his 92.3, how I'm loving it, my show will build the brand, how it's grown, as well as being an entrepreneur and a mom. So this person is actually a huge fan of my show, and she invited me to come on. Now, thank you. I didn't really want to bring it up. Uh, okay, that's okay. Yes, yes. We did get with everybody talking about the build the brand and the pop up shops and stuff like that. I did get like it was like an award certificate for business person of the year for helping out our community. Just that little thing, to just add to the my resume. Thank you. Um, but I'm waiting for a moment for something because it is something I need to do. So I'm just waiting for that person to come on. Okay, I'm still waiting. Um, I'm still waiting. But in the meantime, um, I'm trying to think about what to say. I think I'm getting hungry again for pregnancy. So yeah, so the person who's the producer for the show reached out to me, and she was just like, the host. She's familiar with your show. She's watched it and what you're doing, and we would like to have you on. So this is what I wanted to do really quickly. Um, I I made a mistake. Um, when you have platforms, you can use those platforms to always correct a wrong. And I just want to take this time to apologize um, to my husband. Um, I I kind of hurt his I won't say his feelings, but I definitely was wrong in the situation, and I didn't mean to offend him. In a miscommunication situation. And so I just wanted to come on air and apologize and let Kendrick Thomas know that I love him dearly. And I would never do anything to disrespect him or make him feel some type of way. So I just wanted to take a moment to just do that. So if you are listening, if you are watching, I am sorry and I love you. Without going into detail. So that was actually just what it was. Now we are actually about to get ready to close out for the day. I want to tell you guys, do not forget to follow and download Hits 92.3 ATL. This is such an amazing platform. It's a whole movement, and I'm proud to be a part of this family. It never felt like I had such a voice, even though it sounds like I'm rambling. But such a voice. I'm always talking in at home, and it's actually funny because real quick, like, okay, so this Amazon video, so um, this is actually something that's still on YouTube. 4 years ago, I tried to have my own Amazon talk show. It was called Talk with Kay. My daughters, where they were like 4 and 5, and it was like my daughter was like, "Woohoo!" Like when I came out, like she was the hype man, and my 5 year old was the cameraman, and she had the little phone, and um, my they had the teddy bears on the sofa. And when you watch this video on YouTube, under my I think it's still on the Build a Brand page, you can literally just see that I was like a little person with big dreams. I was like doing Amazon reviews. We had topic of the day. And I forgot to mention that when I was talking to the owner about my show, that I felt like this was like really meant for me to be here. And I'm looking to grow here because it was like I just gave up. I'm like, look, this little rock star ain't going nowhere. Like I'm just gonna be a mom, and I'm just gonna go to school, and I'm just gonna do this. So it was like I was doing something that God was preparing me for in my future to be having Kristen build the brand, and I didn't even realize it. And my kids, they were actually on here last week. My cameraman, yeah. So sometimes it's like, wait, if I have a deja vu, did I do this before? That's what it felt. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Me as well. Me too. Me too. Thank you. I need someone. Somebody told me to write a book. I wouldn't even know where to start. I started when I was 2. Yeah. Yeah. Did you Google me? You Google me? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, thank you. And you know what? I'm looking at if I do, I'm looking to take my his family with me because I have grown a lot since being on here. My following has grown a lot, so it's definitely a great platform to be on and grow with. Um, y'all, it is our time of the day. You know what time that is? It is time to call it a day. I think you know what time it is. It's time to call it a day. We is hungry. Uh, food stamp people, we hungry too. Make sure y'all go and follow download his 92.3 Atlanta on Facebook and Instagram, and also in your Google and Apple Play Store. Also, don't forget to check out Cascade Pop Up Shop. It is coming up next Saturday. We are back for our 2-year anniversary. We're gonna have hits there. We're gonna have um supposed to be like some performers or whatever. We're gonna have kid vendors, adult vendors. We have a lot of DJs. We about to turn it out, and it's about to be Tent City out there. The good Tent City, not that type of Tent City. This Tent City, the colorful one. Um, but with that being said, go ahead and get your ticket. Y'all don't want to miss this amazing movement that's about to go down from 11 to 5 next Saturday. We're making history out there in Cascade Pop Up Shop. Also, I have been sitting here with the lovely Miss Shelly Lamb with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Thank you for my lovely gift. I can't wait to continue to use it. It has been a pleasure having you on today and talking with you and learning about your amazing brand and Mary Kay Cosmetics. I see you going places with that. And when you get that first pink Cadillac, come pick me up. Pick me up. Yeah, come pick me up. Check out her website at maryk.com/clam. Um, if you have any other stories about pop-up shops are being scammed, even if it's not, even if it's from a hair salon or maybe it's from a nail tech. I read someone paid cash app for their nails and the nails never got done. Call the B Team Investigates. We're always interested in your stories. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go out so I can catch the lunch special. Y'all have a great day.